Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we are at Mainline Cars and Coffee's season opener in southeastern Pennsylvania. It's April 13th, 2025, and we're starting the day out with these two retro jelly beans, my Fiat 500 Abarth, and this crispy VW ID Buzz. And it wouldn't be a real Cars and Coffee if you didn't see a Bayside Blue R34. I don't know if this was a real V-Spec 2 S-Tune, but it sure did look like it, at least with that stripe job. This had to be my favorite car at the show. This is a 1985 Renault R5 Turbo. I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the flesh. It just sat perfectly on these gaudy wheels. I talked to the owner and it just got done with a restoration. So cool. Had a corduroy interior too. Now this big thing is called a Sherp, and despite its size, it can actually float on those wheels and like kind of paddle itself through water. These are pretty wild. This Diablo VT is almost always at the show, but I enjoy seeing it every time. One of my favorite details on this car can actually be found on the windshield. The wipers have these little carbon fiber winglets to keep them stuck. Here's some more footage of that Mercedes-Benz CLK we saw at the intro. I don't know much about DTM racing, and I don't know if this is sort of styled after a real race car, but it was certainly unique, and it may have been my first time seeing this. I really liked the wheels it was riding on. Whoever put this together did a pretty cool job. These BMW 850i's are so cool. I think it's so funny how small the factory wheels were, but this one was a stick and it had a car phone. So yeah, that's pretty top notch. This Toyota truck had some really nice details to it. I think it sat right, and I loved the side view mirrors on the front fenders. Just had a good look to it. And speaking of good looks, this Volvo was perfect. It's just like super simple, but I loved the paint match steel wheels. These don't take too much to look cool, and this guy was doing it right. I'm a big fan of these Cobalt SS's. They came in both supercharged and turbocharged trim. And, you know, GM was trying to break into that tuner car market. And I don't know, people probably don't respect these as much as they should. These things were fast back in the day. And here's a couple of Ford Probes. You got a second gen and a first gen to its right. I'm a huge fan of Celine Mustangs. And I don't know, the Celine body kits were just so cool. I prefer these to like any of the other sort of tuner Fords of the era, like any of the Shelbys or the Roushes. And I've seen this GMC Sonoma at Low Show up in Pottstown, and it's just such a treat. It's got the perfect color. It's got a good patina, sits low. I was really trying to find the owner, but I couldn't find him. I just love this truck so much. Now, here is one I've never seen before. I saw the badge. I recognized the badge as the old Mazda logo. But yeah, I had no idea what model this was. But as you know, I love my wagons. And this turned out to be a Mazda Capella wagon cruising. And speaking of cruising, this would be a car I would cruise all the way home. I think these GT500s are perfection. If I recall correctly, these Tesla Roadsters are actually becoming collectible. They've got to be one of the few electric cars that are not depreciating at this point. These were heavily based on the Lotus Elise, if you didn't know. I think I've seen this car before here too. This is a Citroen SM. But what struck me was how cool the interior is on these. Amazing brown color, cool shifter, and I love the handbrake right in the middle. Same thing with the radio. The radio is tilted sideways in the center console. This Murcielago in blue was such a showstopper. Another one of my favorite cars at the show. While it's not exactly an oddball car, it's a 6-speed manual, 6.2 liter V12 powered supercar. And man, these just have aged so perfectly. And speaking of more V12 powered supercars, check out this amazing purple Diablo. I've only seen this once before. It has a purple interior. This has got to be the best Diablo color there is. There's nothing that beats this. Now, if you're going to do some advertising, do it like this guy. Get yourself a VW T2 truck, slam it on some Fuchs wheels, and yeah, people are going to be dialing your line. Here's a cool car from the land down under. I believe this is a 1971, but it is a Chrysler Valiant Pacer with a Hemi-headed 245 cubic inch inline six. Yeah, this thing is so rad. As you can see, it says Hemi 2-barrel. Yeah, it's got triple 2 barrels now. If you're a fan of roadkill like I am, you will recognize this as a 1969 Chevy Impala. I am a huge fan of these, especially this body style, because of the Crusher Impala from that show. I just think the front end on these is so unique, and yeah, this was in great shape. And from one sedan to another, only this time it is from the land of the rising sun. We've got this gorgeous Evo 5. I love the white wheels and the white body. These are just so cool, and I'm so happy we're seeing them on our shore. This is a first for me. The drag pack on the Infiniti, I think this is a Q50, is crazy. I've never seen it. And we will finish up here with this amazing 1967 Shelby GT500. I've been really feeling these cars lately. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a huge fan of GT500s. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite car. We'll see you next week.